What's going on, guys? The short white Shaquille O'Neal here, back with another video. If you guys are also NBA basketball players in disguise, I want you to press the like button. That's basically all of you. I know for a fact every one of my subscribers is an NBA player in disguise. And if you don't press the like button, you're basically saying that you hope that Serbia gets nuked tomorrow. And I love Serbia, you know? Where else are we going to get snow from? Did you know that all the snow in the world is actually imported from Serbia? That's a provable fact. So press the like button, otherwise no one can ever snowboard again. I don't make the rules, I'm just being honest here. If you don't press the like button, there will be no snow. As you guys know, it's your boy Scrub here, back with another story time. Oh my lord, who could have guessed? As you guys can tell from the title, today I'm going to be talking about time two old dudes fought in a McDonald's where I was at. It's a pretty entertaining story. As you know, fights are always just the best, you know? Especially when it's two old dudes with white hair punching each other, and it looks like it's in slow motion, but they're just so old and the arthritis is so bad that it's as fast as they can move. It's really just hysterical. And then if one of them beats the other one so bad they end up in a wheelchair, it doesn't even look that weird because they look old enough to be in one anyways. It's one of those stories. So one day before school, I was running a little bit late, so I decided to hop on over to McDonald's and get myself a nutritious breakfast. As you guys know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so ordering something that's really bad for you and gives you heart disease is the best way to open it up because we're all emo on the inside. But regardless, I went to go get some breakfast that wasn't really good for me from McDonald's because, I don't know, I was hungry and I can't go to school on an empty stomach because dealing with dumb bitches while you're hungry is just the absolute worst, trust me. So I go to McDonald's, and if you've ever been at a McDonald's early in the morning on a weekday, the only people that are there are old people. I don't know why, maybe it's just my neighborhood, but you know, when you walk into McDonald's in the morning, like when you're in the parking lot and you look in, it just looks like there's a bunch of silver quarters walking around everywhere because everybody's hair is white. I don't know what it is about, you know, 7:30 in the morning in McDonald's, but there was old people everywhere. It looked like a Life Alert commercial, all right? Everybody was falling over, nobody could get up. It was a disaster. But anyways, I walk in and I'm the youngest person in here other than the workers by a solid 54 years, all right? I was a young little whippersnapper, and all these old people are looking at me like, I don't know, like I just shot someone. Like, I walked in, and it was almost a scene out of a bar where everybody's heads turn and just look at you, which is weird, because I was just trying to order some breakfast, and you're at a McDonald's. But I guess I walked in on their turf, you know, this was their territory. I walked into the wrong hood, yo. The Silver Foxes were not having anybody come into their McDonald's on their morning. So whatever, I get up to the counter after waiting behind all these old people that smell like mothballs, and I order myself a sausage McGriddle, which is the best thing on the breakfast menu at McDonald's. Trust me, I was a happy camper when they decided to serve those all day. Something about a nice sausage McGriddle, the way that syrups just, or honey or whatever it is injected straight into that, you know, that bun just really does it for me. It's a good breakfast combination. That's not important to the story. I just remember what I ordered. That's about it. And if you're listening to this McDonald's, if you want to give me some free sausage McGriddles, I would really appreciate it. I do take sponsorships here on the Scrubs channel, so if you would love to just break off a piece of that Easy Raccoon Storytime dough and throw me a couple free McGriddles, I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, after I order my McGriddle, I go and I'm standing there, and I hear them call a number, what, 68? I don't know. I don't remember the number, all right? All I know is they said a number, and this old dude, because everyone's an old dude, walks up and he picks it up, and another old dude goes, no, that's my order. And he goes, what do you mean? I ordered a black coffee with a sausage McGriddle. And he goes, no, that's my order. It's my number. What had happened was these guys had ordered the exact same thing, and the one guy just went up to grab it because it looked like his order, but it was the other dude's number, right? To be fair, in McDonald's ethics and the morality of it, you give it to the guy who's got the number on the receipt. You can't just take it because you ordered the same thing. That's not fair. But whatever, it was an honest mistake. That should have been it, you know? It should have been a simple, quick little, hey, oh man, what a mistake. I'm sorry, you're right. Your receipt has the number. Take your meal, enjoy your breakfast. But I don't know what it is with old white dudes in my neighborhood, but they can't get their ego checked. Like whenever somebody says that, you know, they're wrong or maybe their McDonald's breakfast isn't theirs, they take it as if you just slapped their wife with a piece of salami. Like they genuinely think you whipped out your sausage and just beat their daughter with it. Whenever you question anything that these old men do. But the first dude who just had ordered the same thing goes, well, you can wait for my food then, and picks up the tray, which is just rude McDonald's ethics. But the other dude puts his hand down and pushes the tray back onto the counter and says, no, it's my food. And you know, I don't mean to be that guy. I would never fight in a McDonald's, but I'm with the receipt guy at this point, all right? This guy's just being a straight up douche canoe by trying to take his food and telling him to wait. No. His number's on the receipt. He gets the meal. That's the rule. But the other guy is not having it. He's being ruder, getting increasingly aggressive, saying that the guy, you know, like, is super old and whatever, and probably confused, which is ironic because you're both ancient. That's like being 87 and being like, oh, you 75-year-olds just don't understand what life was like. All right, you're both 97 years old, okay? Both of you already have one foot in the grave. There's no way to talk about maturity or who's older. If both of you have to take Viagra, you're both too old to use that as an argument. So they start getting up in each other's faces and just saying the weirdest insults, man. Like, I don't know what it was like in 1932 during the Great Depression, but somehow these guys' insults were almost as bad as the Great Depression. One was like, well, maybe if you weren't such I can't even remember what they said. It was something along the lines of like Oompa Loompa, but with a G like Goompa or something. I don't know, all right? It sounded like a Mario villain. But regardless, apparently what the guy said was really messed up, really, really rude, definitely not okay. I don't even know what was said, if you want me to be honest with you. Because he goes, why I oughta, and then tries to swing on him. But like I said, they're both arthritic and slow. Like, they can't move quick. They're not quick, spry dudes. So as this punch is going to the other guy's face, the other guy's trying to dodge it, but they're both so slow that it looks like it's going in slow motion because they're both old-ass men fighting over a McDonald's order. Imagine being the police and you get this call. Hi, yes, I have two 75-year-old men throwing fisticuffs in the lobby of my McDonald's because one man tried to take another man's order. They ordered the same thing, but the guy with the receipt number was trying to get his food, and the other guy wouldn't let him. And as a cop, you know, it's an assault, it's a fight, but how do you charge a 75-year-old man with almost possibly maybe hitting someone when we all know very, very well that even if they were hitting each other, neither one of them has the force in their muscles to do any real damage? But regardless, here I am watching a slow-motion fight. You know, it's basically like two turtles to having a turf war right now in the middle of this McDonald's. And I don't know what it is, but the manager and all the old people look at me like I'm supposed to go break up this fight because I guess, you know, I'm the young whippersnapper who's jonesing to go and ready for action at a moment's notice. I don't know who they think I am, like I'm Hawkeye or something. I'm not ready to deploy anywhere for a combat mission, especially not in the middle of two old dudes, because if anything goes wrong or they have a heart attack or something, I can't have that on my conscience. Both these guys look like they were born in the same factory that a 1933 Volkswagen was made. I don't want to have any issues on my hands if one of them gets hurt. And then some old lady who's sitting with her husband is like, are you gonna do something? No, lady, I'm not. But you know what? Fine. Since all you old people are looking at me, you probably know my grandma, you're gonna play bingo with her later. I guess me, will somehow break up these two old men fighting. So I walk up to him and I'm like, hey guys, it's not that serious, and I'm like trying to push them apart. All right, I'm being very gentle because like I said, their bones are probably brittle. I don't want to crack anyone's rib cages. So I'm being really gentle and I split them up, and they're like arguing with each other across my body. And I'm not a big dude, whatever. I look like Slenderman, but regardless, I'm keeping these old men away from trying to fight each other, or at least trying my best to, and they're just arguing across my body. And then they start trying to get me involved. They're like, well, what would you do in this situation? And I'm not afraid of sharing my opinion. So I go, well, it's the receipt dude gets the food. Like, obviously, that's McDonald's etiquette. And that makes the other guy mad, and he goes, oh, you communists are the same. And I'm like, well, I'm a communist now because I don't believe that you can just go grab whatever you ordered, even when someone with the right number on the receipt is out here? No, that's called law and order, mister. Nothing to do with communism. Maybe I'm just not a savage. You know, we go back to living in the caves. Cavemen would take food without the receipt number. You old, decrepit man. You probably had a Flintstones car with a dinosaur. I didn't say that because I was afraid of the old man, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought it. So whatever, I go about my business, I keep them broken up, the manager comes out and resolves the situation, gives them both their order. The guy would have literally had to wait 30 more seconds because as this is all ending, of course, the other guy's order comes out. So now they both get their black coffee, they both get their sausage McGriddle, and then by the time it's over, their friends are like, you want to eat breakfast with me? We can talk about what it was like back in the day. I'm like, you guys were just about to kill each other over a sausage McGriddle and a black coffee, and now you're just cool, you're gonna eat breakfast together, talk about the morning paper? I don't understand old people. If someone tried to fight me in McDonald's, I couldn't be buddy-buddy with them eating McDonald's 20 minutes later. That's just not how my brain works. But regardless, I guess that's what old people do. If I ever go to the retirement home, I know that I can start an underground boxing ring at breakfast, and by the time lunch comes around, we'll all be homies again, no matter how many dentures I've knocked out of their mouths. But yeah, that's the story of the time two old dudes fought in McDonald's and I had to break it up. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. And for anybody out there that has the nerve to assume that you're allowed to just take an order because it's the same as yours and it doesn't matter who has the receipt number, you're a terrible person. I don't care what your argument is. I don't want to hear it. It is true. On that note, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate you pressing the like button. It helps out the channel an absolute ton. Like, literally, the more likes we get, the more views we get, which is why I beg for them so much. If you could press the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Comment down below if you've ever seen old people fight in a McDonald's. I'm probably the only person ever, but if there's ever an old person boxing Olympics, I got some good recruits in my neighborhood. On that note, guys, follow me on Instagram at scrubby_YT. Follow me on Twitter at scrubbyvivo. Those are all great ways to keep in contact. I do have a Discord server. A link is down below. And as you guys know, the typical slogan, don't get anyone pregnant. And if you do, make sure they're hot and that they're not as savage as that grandparents fight in the middle of a McDonald's. My name's Scrubby, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.